I'm the guy that pisses them off every day, to be honest, every day. I'm the guy that takes the time to send the emails to them so I can say I've sent them to you and you haven't replied. We have sadly lost a few young guys on our project. Last year, this year, and we called out to Sadiq and the Violence Reduction Unit to help us to support these young people. Nothing back. But if we didn't send the emails, they were saying they didn't know. But we have done. We need to understand that what I'm hearing today is all the good work that everyone does. But what you need to understand is, if the crime stops, the money stops.
Yep.
Now there's children that have been used as nowadays as a lucrative way of earning money for some organisations. And the Violence Reduction Unit funds those organisations. They're not dealing with the people that can do the work, they're dealing with the people that can make them look good.
That's right.
This is a tick box exercise, and unless we all stand together and we all stand in unity and sing off the same platform, this is going to go on forever. It's just the sad reality of it. We are frontline workers, me and my team, and there's one mother over there that her child was on our project. The funding was pulled. The Violence Reduction Unit say they cannot fund our organisation. That young man went back to the streets and sadly lost his life. Now this is happening day in and day out. And we cannot be blindsided by what you're seeing come out of these buildings in the form of data where knife crime is on a low. The head of the police is saying young black children are going to die by the age of 18. The Met is saying that children as young as 4 are carrying knives into school. And the Mayor's Violence Reduction Unit is saying knife crimes on the low. Either they're taking us for idiots or they think we're crazy. We have to look into what is really happening. There's a bigger picture to what is happening with our children on the streets, and it's called money, it's called lucrative income. Our children are nothing but a way of some people earning a good living. That's where we've got to, and we have to face the facts. So with all the work that you're doing, all the wonderful work that you're doing, unless we address the root cause, nothing is going to change. And the problem is in the system. If I call to the local borough for help for young children who the Violence Reduction Unit is paying a considerable amount of money to, and they tell me they don't have any money to help the at-risk youth in their borough, that's a problem. This is happening across boroughs. In Greenwich, I had Kellyanne Pukasa, a young man that was stabbed 27 times on the bus, and I'm sure you're all aware of it. I personally writ to the Violence Reduction Unit and Greenwich Council around 6 emails asking us to locate this young man whose life is at risk through knowledge of the ground work that we do. No reply from the government, no reply from the Violence Reduction Unit, no reply from Greenwich Council until after this young man died. Now, if that's not a systemic issue, I don't know what is. And I could go on forever speaking about the various things that I've gone through from the time I've come into this space, from the beginning 2-3 years ago in Greenwich, in Croydon where we're based. The same thing is happening. This is about money. This is about making money off of our children. Our children are just a part of a bigger problem. They are innocent in it. A 14-year-old child didn't create knife crime. They were born into it. This thing has been around for years. The only reason why people are talking about it now is because it's knocking on others' doors. And we have to understand that unless we speak the truth, unless we say what's really happening, unless we say what we're really seeing, even some of the organisations that are doing the work, the good work with young children, if you're not dealing with the real actual gang-affiliated youth or those that are being exploited, do not let the authorities hide behind your boxes that you're ticking, because that's what's keeping them doing the things they're doing. The violence reduction unit will say that their data says crime is on a low. It's a lie. You can see it on social media. You can see violence all over our streets. If you look at social media, you'll see people trying to knock people over in cars, children trying to kill each other blatantly on the street. And they expect you to think that knife crime is going down. You have to start telling the truth. You have to start speaking out loud from your positions that you're in. Sometimes when you're in these high positions, especially those in high jobs that have a duty of care, you need to take your badge off and use your empathy and start saying the truth. Speak about the flaws that's in your building where you work, because they're in there, they're in the system. This is the only way we're going to help the children. We're going to help the children by telling the truth. That is just it. My organisation is not funded by anyone because I speak like this. But the children that I am working with, the children that I'm supporting, are dying because I speak like this. That is a systemic issue. So if anyone tells you there's no systemic issues, rewind back what you're seeing. If there isn't, somebody should try me on what I'm saying. I would dare any person in the authorities to try me and test me on what I'm saying. And I will produce every single letter, every single correspondence that I've sent to the violence reduction unit and the local authorities for help for these children, where some of them are dead, some of them are gone. I've been in parlours, in coroner's offices, you name it, with mothers crying over their children that I have reached out for help for, and they are no longer here. And I am telling you, do not think that there isn't a war going on between the good and the bad here, the system and the community, because there is, and it's real. And that's the reason why I get so much stick for doing this job. How can you get stick for helping children? What is the problem with me helping children? What is the problem with my team helping the real at-risk youth in the borough? The problem is, if crime stops, the money stops. The money stops.
Well said.